Jewel woke up in a wooden cabin. She wasn't lying on a bed or laying down at all. She was standing up when she came to, but it did feel as if she was asleep for a long time. Her eyes were groggy and the feeling made her yawn. She stretched as she looked around the room. She had gone on trips with Eve to her uncle's cabin just outside of Genesis before, and this looked similar. A few windows along the walls, but Jewel noticed there was only one door. There was no furniture in the room either. Jewel made her way to one of the windows to look outside, but as she approached it, it vanished. She repeated the process with all of the windows, but they did the same exact thing. Starting to panic, Jewel rushed for the door, but a voice stopped her. It was the voice of Nouvel. On the morrow I set forth on a journey, not chosen by me, but chosen by a higher power. Is it not a righteous act to better thyself before you better those around you? My own focus causes you to choose another vessel, one strong enough to deliver thine holy reckoning. Allow me then to question your choice. Is our precious stone up for the challenge? The moment Nouvel stopped speaking, Jewel rushed for the door. She turned the handle, but it wouldn't budge. She tried hitting it with her shoulder and using all of her force, but nothing worked. Nouvel spoke again. Wasted effort, I'm afraid. Not just escaping this room, but everything from here on out. You'll fight, maybe even kill in its name, but the end of days will leave you hollow. Look closely now. I am not your enemy. Jewel heard a click and stopped pressing against the door. This time, when she turned the handle, it opened. She ran through into a hallway that seemed to go on forever. When she finally saw something approaching, it was another door. She could see someone inside. She picked up her pace and made it into the room, closing the door in a hurry behind her as if something was chasing her. In the middle of the room was a tall, full-body mirror. Sitting beside it was Nouvel. He sat on top of a large, black leather and metal box. One knee pulled up to his chest with one of his arms resting on it. His other leg dangled over the side of the box. His short, shaggy black hair covered most of his face. All Jewel could make out were his red lips that began to form words. Words just for her. A harrowing tale of distrust and tragedy. A bereavement of immeasurable worth sets forth our hero on a mystifying journey. Is love not a formidable motivator? In grief I too feared the reprisal. If thy brother or sister does not break bread, are you truly forbidden to cast a stone? Let thy avengement simmer, lest the world itself be awash in thy wrath. Nouvel turned his head slightly so that Jewel could now see his eyes. He smiled. Careful, hero, for on the brink of an undesired dawn one's lament might set in. Hearken now to those caught in your fury, yet set eyes to a reflection. On this new day, are you not the villain? Jewel didn't understand the words. She was no hero, she was just a student. How could she be a hero or a villain? She went to speak, but the moment she tried, she was sucked directly into the mirror in an instant. When she came back, she heard Eve. Jewel? Eve was standing next to her like when she lost her breath. Her speaking Jewel's name was how it happened when she gasped, but now Eve was calm like nothing happened. Jewel hugged her. Hey, is everything alright? You just kinda stared into space for a second there, like you were no longer here. Jewel separated from the hug and looked Eve in the face. Because I think I was somewhere else.